guys. So I have to tell you a confession about this room. First of all, it's beautiful. The wallpaper in here is absolutely beautiful. Great call on the wallpaper, right? So I slowly spin around so you can see there's really nothing wrong with this room, which is why what I'm about to tell you actually kind of makes me sad, but I'm also really happy. So I chose this wallpaper and I love it. It's downstairs. I have a bird print wallpaper that is absolutely gorgeous. And this wallpaper is a nod to the bird wallpaper that's downstairs. And it is adorable. And I love it. And so I had been working on the design for the room. I had found the paper, kind of had an idea in my head of how I wanted to do this room. This room was originally all yellow. And so I refer to this bedroom as the yellow bedroom, even though I have this wallpaper on here now, and it has not been yellow for about a year now. But I still refer to it as the yellow bedroom. So part of me wanting to honor the history of the room being yellow, I was going to be adding in yellow accents to the room to just pop against this wallpaper. And it was working. This is a much cooler tone, and obviously yellows are warmer tones, so it was challenging, but it was doable. But then something happened. I have been following how to renovate a chateau. I've been following Anna and Philip in their journey to renovate their chateau in the Normandy area in France. And Anna is an absolutely phenomenal artist. And she has been hand making these beautiful wallpapers for her chateau. And they're just gorgeous, they're stunning. But obviously, she's hand making them. There's no way I get access to anything like that. And there's really nothing that I can find on the market that's similar in inspiration. These are very unique and custom. And so I just thought, good for her. I wish I could do something like that, but I don't have access to that. And then Anna made a big announcement. Anna has taken the leap and partnered with a company in the UK and has created this beautiful line of wallpaper. And she has done her first run and wanted to know who would be interested in the wallpaper. And I signed up for the list, but it was going to be a limited run. It's going to be a limited run. She was only going to have 450 rolls. This room took 6 rolls. She sends out announcements letting us know, like, this is the timeline, this is when you can order. And for anybody who signed up early, they could order the wallpaper earlier. And so literally I set an alarm clock for the time that it was going to go live. And I signed online on a Saturday at my dance class, my ballroom dance class. And I ordered 6 rolls of this beautiful French-inspired, hand-printed yellow wallpaper. So guess what that means? Number one, I'm really excited if you can't tell. Number two, everything that I have just done in here has to get redone. And I did that to myself. So basically, my options are I can paint over this if it's the right type of wallpaper, which we're not sure if it is. So I can paint over this with like a Kills. And bye-bye birdie. And then after that's cured, then this is a paste the wall wallpaper as well. And so from there I can then put up my new beautiful custom designed wallpaper. Or I could have to strip all of it. I could have to strip all of the wallpaper I just hung on this wall. In this room, the yellow, I was like, this would look so nice looking from the living room with my design that I have in mind, which you haven't seen yet, into the yellow bedroom. And then this would be, it would not just be an ode to the yellow bedroom, it would still be the yellow bedroom. So this is what I have been, this is what I've been kind of laughing at myself about, and like a little sick to my stomach, because like, look how pretty that is. There's really nothing wrong with it. I blame Philip. It's Philip's fault. Philip, this is on you. And Anna, thank you for this. I wish you had thought of it like 2 months earlier. What I'm gonna do is over in a corner, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try some of this product, and I'm hoping that if this goes well, this paper will just pull off. I can clean the walls and prepare them for the new wallpaper. This product takes, it says 15 to 20 minutes before it will work. I will give this a spray and show you what happens next. All right, now I'm back. It's been 20 minutes, the timer has gone off, and everything has been saturated here. You can see it's still blue where I sprayed. Now I'm gonna be using the Diff paper scraper by Zinsser. And so it looks like this, and this is supposed to help gently scrape off the wallpaper so it doesn't damage the wall behind it. The test here is to see if I need to score. So if it easily comes off with just what I did, then this is a 2-step process. I spray, I wait, I scrape. So I guess 3 steps. So if it's not, then I will have to score, spray, wait, scrape. so let's see what happens. One piece of wallpaper down, many more to go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one wall at a time. I'm gonna spray, wait 20 minutes, take the wallpaper off of that wall, then move to the next wall and do the same thing. So that way it'll just be a little easier for me to systematically get everything down versus running the risk that I leave the spray on for too long in any one area and somehow damaging the wall behind. So everything is nice and clean here. So that's really good. That means once I get the wallpaper off, I'm gonna just double check that there's really no major residue, and then I'll be able to do the next step.
We're lost in the odds, giving on out of bars, breaking bones, telling lies, letting go. breaking bones, telling lies, letting go. We're lost in the eyes, giving all alibis, breaking bones, telling lies.
And just like that, we have the room back to its original, just white canvas. All right, guys, welcome to Saturday. And what I'm working on right now is I am going to be doing the trim around the room and painting this bottom part of the wall. I want to be able to match this background color, this yellow color, so that if there's any gaps in the paper, what shines through is this color. So your eye will not pick up on that gap. Your eye will pick up on the color, and it's just gonna look a little bit more cohesive. Otherwise, anywhere where the paper won't meet, and there are a couple places where that happens because of the way that the walls are shaped in the upstairs, I have to do that. Otherwise, you would see all these little gaps, particularly at the bottom. And on the other wallpaper, you didn't notice because this background color was the same color as the wallpaper. So we're gonna use that same trick, but what we need to do first is paint that background color. And what I did to make sure that I got the right background color, I didn't just guess. I went to my local hardware store and I asked them to color match. So I'm going to show you what the new color looks like. Do not ask me the name of the color because it was custom matched to the wallpaper, which again is from the floor. French Biscuit is the color that I chose. So this is French Biscuit Le Fleur. Just the outline right now, and I still need to paint and obviously wallpaper, but I'm loving the contrast with the exterior, just the colors that are outside next to the paint. It just makes them look so much more vibrant. It's pulling out those yellows and reds just a little bit more in the scenery outside. And I don't know if you can see the bougainvillea across the street, but that just seems, when you see this really pretty yellow, it's not the best lighting right here to see it. Maybe that's a little easier. It just looks so much more vibrant with that yellow. So I am kind of loving this decision because there's so many white houses and the gray roof, and the white and gray wallpaper was pretty, but I really feel like this is gonna pop.
When you reach the point of no return, when you feel like you've had enough, there's an angel who sings and a voice that is leading you home. Let the rays of light shine down on you. Let the sun wash away your tears.
Doesn't everybody need help when they paint? I mean, this is the best type of help a person can get. Look at this. So we are at the end of the first day of painting. So remember, this is a darker color, so it's gonna need multiple coats to kind of look even, so it's still looking really patchy, but that's okay. And this layer, to remember, this paint is not gonna be the finished product. This is step one to get to the finished product. But this is a good, first night. The time-consuming part in this, because of all the doors, windows, etc., was actually cutting in. So I'll do that again one more time, just because the likelihood that you would see something at the top, bottom, or any of the edges is probably one of the most likely places where the paint could bleed through. So I want to make sure that I do the cutting in really well, and then I'll do one more coat on the walls, just so that it is a little more cohesive, and then I'll let it cure for 24 hours, and then it's wallpaper time. Day 2 in the books. We are a month later and it's finally time to hang the wallpaper. The room has dried really nicely and you can really see that this is not that sunflower yellow anymore. It really does have those really nice tans, very warm and comforting, very neutral in here. And now it's time to hang that first piece. And I'm doing this by myself today because I feel like I learned a lot the first time around with the first wallpaper. This wallpaper, because it was hand done, is a little bit thicker than the last one that I used, but I feel like I have the process down. So we're gonna see how this does. And this time I'm using a plumb line. And I have a smaller level that I'm gonna be using to stay level throughout the room. I know where all the little problem spots are, and now I just need to get to work. So let's see what the first one looks like.
Slowing down to hold my hand, richer than 100 grand. You're worth every second I could spend. Don't know what the future holds, but we'll always have our songs, and you'll always have a person to call home. Eyes are locked together, wanna throw away the key. No, this moment's not forever, but we could be. I think you're the one. I think you're the one. I think you're the one.
First wall is done. That actually took a little bit of time, and it is 70 something degrees out today, so it's much warmer upstairs than I anticipated, so I had switched outfits for you. But the first wall took maybe, let's see, I started at around 3 and I took a little break around 4:30. So about an hour and a half just to do this one wall. I'm gonna try and make a good run on this wall here and see how far I can get before 5:30. It's about 4:30 now, so I'm just kind of getting started to see how far I can get. It takes maybe 20 to 30 minutes per sheet. This paper is substantially thicker than the previous wallpaper that I have with the birds. And there is quite a bit more waste with this paper as well because of the repeat pattern. It's a larger repeat pattern, so that means in order to line it up properly, I'm going to cut off larger sections. So don't love that, but I did order enough that I should be able to do the entire room. This one wall took about a full roll of paper and I have 6 rolls, so it should be okay. I have a little bit left over, hopefully, so that way if I ever need to do any repairs in the room or I need to patch a little bit of wallpaper, I can still do that. Because it's so much heavier and I'm doing this one by myself, it is, I'm really glad you guys can't hear what I'm saying because I am complaining just a little bit as I'm trying to hang some of these higher pieces along the slanted ceiling and it's falling down on me repeatedly, and that's very, very frustrating. I was busy little beaver one night. I told you I wasn't gonna work on the wallpaper on this wall. I was just gonna do a little bit and then I was gonna go run an errand and I was gonna be done for the night and I wasn't gonna work in the dark, but I did. So I kind of finished this wall, just this one wall. And I didn't video it because it was pretty dark and I really don't think you guys could have seen it, but I love it. It looks so good. So the only thing I'm a little worried about now that I see it in the daylight, everything has dried beautifully. The wallpaper is adhering really nicely. The seams, you know, the pattern is matching up really well, but you definitely notice the seam, at least on this wall. And I think that's mostly because this wall has a bow in it. And so there are wider seams. It was much harder to get it to match consistently on the entire vertical line. I think that's gonna be okay in the end because I'm gonna have furniture in front of a lot of the wider parts of the seam, and realistically, if I really needed to hide something higher up, that would be a nice little piece of artwork. And maybe you guys can't even see. Can you see the seam? I don't know that you can see the seam. You can't see the seam, right? I can see the seam, but you can't see the seam. Maybe it's not a big deal. But now, my goal is to finish the room. So we're gonna do this one, and we're gonna do this one. Yes, we will be wallpapering the entire room today. That's what we are going to do. Yes, we are. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but we are. So here we go.
Don't know much about love, but I've seen it come and gone, and I think you're the one. Ooh. Slowly wanna open wide, heart is crossed and fingers tied. You got me riding higher than my hopes. Picture us in 20 years, kissing you behind the ears, going down in the history we both wrote.
I just want to give a shout out to Anna and Philip because this wallpaper is so nice. It really does. Like there's a raised component to this, which almost looks like every single flower has been hand painted. It feels luxurious. It looks luxurious. There's something to this in person that's not translating to camera. I just wanted to zoom in a little bit and let you see this because it really is quite stunning. Jordan, why don't you get more on video? Why don't you work faster? How come it takes you so long to do projects? I don't want to say it's my manager because that would be blaming others, and that's not nice. But, you know, we do have to take time to make sure that our leadership is on board with our final decisions.
Still locked together. We're not looking for the key. They say nothing lasts forever, but we can see. I think you're the one. I think you're the one. I think you're the one.
I had it all figured out, knew which road I would go down, thought I could do it all on my own, but then you came around. When fate has its way and things fall into place,